we celebrate the class of 2021 today, we ask that all members in attendance adhere to the installation COVID-19 guidelines. Please wear your masks at all times. At this time, will you please take your seats? Throughout today's ceremony, you will be given cues to stand and be seated at appropriate times. As a reminder, during the national anthem, military members will stand at attention, and civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart. At this time, please silence all electronic devices. The ceremony will begin shortly. I am Second Lieutenant Anastasia Crooks from the 11th Contracting Squadron, Joint Base Anacostia Bowling, and I will be your MC for today's ceremony. Please stand and direct your attention to the back of the room as the graduates enter. Graduates, post. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a very well-earned round of applause for our latest graduates. We'd also like to say thank you to the Air Force Band for taking time out of their busy schedule to play for us today. Thank you. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the singing of the national anthem by A1C Mark Purley, Joint Base Anacostia Bowling, followed by the invocation by Chaplain Knox, Joint Base Andrews.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Please join me in prayer. Dear Lord, we rejoice today over the wonderful accomplishments of discipline, determination, and self-sacrifice that have led these graduates to this day. It has been a great gift from you that they were able to learn from experts and teachers in their chosen fields, and that they are now prepared to use what they have learned to improve themselves as well as those they encounter. May the skills they have developed managing their time, setting priorities, and keeping focus during exams by the foundation on which they build successful careers and lives. We are aware that as we pray our graduates' future into your hands, you are placing the future of your world and your kingdom into their hands. We also thank you for endowing their family and friends with the strength to give constant encouragement to these graduates, thus enabling them to strive on to this day. And we ask this in your most holy and divine name. Amen.
Thank you, Airman First Class Purley and Chaplain Knox. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to the Joint Base Andrews, Joint Base Anacostia Bowling, Air National Guard Readiness Center, and Pentagon National Capital Region 2021 Community College of the Air Force graduation ceremony. Please welcome our host for today's ceremony and official party, the Commander, 316th Wing and Joint Base Andrews, Colonel Tyler Schaff. The Command Chief, 316th Wing and Joint Base Andrews, Chief Master Sergeant Ezekiel Ross. The Commandant of the Community College of the Air Force, Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Pons. The Vice Commandant of the Community College of the Air Force, Chief Master Sergeant Alexius Reed. And our guest speaker, the Director of Education Service of the Community College of the Air Force, Dr. Donald Elwood. We'd also like to extend a warm welcome to all commanders, directors, chiefs, first sergeants, supervisors, honorary commanders, award sponsors, and family and friends, as well as those joining us live. At this time, we would like to invite Lieutenant Colonel Kevin R. Pond, Community College of the Air Force Commandant, to introduce our guest speaker for today.
Hello, everyone. I take great honor in introducing our guest speaker today. Dr. Don Elwood is the Director of Education Services at the Community College. One of the tasks under his care, if you will, is taking care of the over 900 academic advisors that are all around the world trying to make sure that they're up to speed on the educational opportunities that our airmen have at their fingertips. When I first met Dr. Elwood, it was about a couple months ago when I took command, I quickly learned of his passion for both education and passion for taking care of our airmen. Since then, I've learned a lot about Dr. Elwood, and I'm going to share a few facts just to help you understand where he comes from and also why you should listen to his words of wisdom. Like many of us in the audience today, he comes from a long line of military service, from his parents, grandparents, some of his siblings, nieces and nephews, all answered their nation's call. For Dr. Elwood, that started when he was 17. He actually enlisted into the United States Army, starting out as an infantryman, then to mortar gunner, tank commander, and then the Army had the great idea that, okay, he spent enough time as a grunt, let's put him into recruiting and education, which is where actually Dr. Elwood learned or gained his passion for all things higher education. And he actually got his master's in education while he was there. However, after 25 years of serving the world's greatest army, Dr. Elwood retired. But he wasn't done. He wasn't done with serving his nation. He wasn't done with his own education. But more specifically, he wasn't done with helping his sister service or fellow service members, achieve their educational goals. So he turned right around and went back as a civil servant into the Army education system and then eventually the Air Force system, which led to our good fortune at CCAF that he's part of our team. But if you fast forward 13 years after his retirement from the Army, and just last month, he actually completed his doctorate in education, which is partly why, jokingly, that we have him here today, because we're trying to get a little more PhD action out of him. But in all honesty, just to be bottom line up front type, Dr. Elwood is a passionate man. He's dedicated his life to serving the nation, and he's driven by finding ways to help his fellow service members achieve their educational goals. So we're fortunate to have him in the CCAF team. We're fortunate to have him here with us today. So I'd ask all of you help me in welcoming Dr. Elwood to the stage.
Thank you for that great introduction, sir. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for allowing me to speak at your commencement ceremony. I would especially like to thank all the spouses, parents, and supervisors who continue to support their airmen. I would also like to thank CCF leadership for the honor of allowing me to speak today. The Commandant over there has a much greater role than speaking. His role as not only the CCF Commandant, but as the President of the college, is to officially confer your much-deserved Associate of Applied Science degrees. The role of Chief Reed and myself, other than speaking, is quite different. We're here as representatives of your college to honor and thank you, to show you that this large, ubiquitous, far-off college and its faceless administrators care for each of you and are engaged in ensuring your success. We completed an Air Force-wide research project recently that pointed out airmen do not feel connected to CCF as a college, that they don't necessarily feel like they're actual college students at an actual college, and they don't feel any strong institutional identity or pride necessarily. Lieutenant Colonel Pond and the entire staff at CCF felt this was just wrong. In response, CCF has made it a priority to attend as many CCF graduation ceremonies as possible, to show our support and pride in your accomplishments. Naturally, we started with yours, because you were the A team. My name is Dr. Elwood. I just completed my degree, just like each of you out there. I don't want to talk about academics today, though, and I don't want to talk about CCAF. I want to talk about my favorite topic, freedom. Isn't that what we're all about? As guardians and airmen, as warriors, we're all about living in freedom and sacrificing ourselves to set others free. What an occupation we share. But what does it truly mean to be free? First-century Greek philosopher Epictetus said that only the educated are free. He and I agree that freedom is more than just liberty in a geopolitical sense. It means being free from your fears and the significant, pervasive barriers to your success. We as warriors routinely set others free around the world. But what frees us from ourselves and our fears? Knowledge, education. My greatest fear was a fear of mediocrity. That as one of 6 children, I would never stand out. That as an infantryman in one of the largest armies in the world, I would never achieve anything notable on my own. But here I am, wearing this funny hat and talking to you in our nation's capital. So who freed me? Who helped me overcome my greatest fears and dragged me down the path to success? You did. Who unshackled me from mediocrity and self-doubt and allowed me to soar to previously perceived unreachable heights? You did. My military peers who were all around me, achieving great things, inspired me. My leaders who served as my role models and actually almost raised me, unburdened me of all doubt and set me on the path of taking on even the most ridiculously daunting challenge. And I expect the same is true for you, or you wouldn't be sitting here. You are those leaders. Your education has set you free. Whether you're an NCO or simply lead by example, you have the power to set others free. For many of us, academics was your greatest fear. I know this because I completed a massive airman-specific research study where thousands of you told me this. Academic self-doubt and academic self-efficacy were 2 of the top reasons airmen failed to persist to a CCAF degree. But each of you were brave. You did not lack fear, and as you know, bravery is being afraid, but doing it anyways. Each of you faced your academic or other fears and freed yourself, just as you will free others. And freedom feels great, doesn't it? Let's all take a moment and bask in its warmth. Let's reflect on the countless hours you spent writing papers, preparing for tests, and applying for tuition assistance. Let's celebrate you earning your Associate of Applied Science degrees while serving in the world's greatest military. Let's step back to appreciate the fact that many of you are parents, caregivers, mentors, and great leaders in your organization. Freedom in its truest sense cannot be bestowed. It can only be achieved. And you, through your hard work and sacrifice, have achieved something great. But it doesn't stop there. Each of you has much more to achieve, to learn, to do, if we are to remain free and provide our precious freedom to others. So this is my charge to you. This is now your responsibility. The torch has been passed from an old NCO and a beleaguered educators to a new generation of warrior scholars. Now, please go forth and infect those around you with your passion, your bravery, and your intellect, and inspire everyone else to create their own freedom through education. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Elwood. We appreciate you taking the time to address our graduates. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to present you with the gifts. Our graduates have made great strides in making our military a stronger and smarter force while reaching their own educational goals. During this unpredictable time in our nation, our airmen must be better educated, better trained, and better equipped to meet any challenge facing us nationally and around the globe. We recognize the accomplishments our leaders of tomorrow have achieved, and now the time all of our graduates have been waiting for. The Community College of the Air Force Commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Pond, and Vice Commandant, Chief Master Sergeant Reed, will you please come forward to present the diplomas? Will our graduates please stand? Lieutenant Colonel Pond and Chief Master Sergeant Reed, these graduates have met the requirement for the Associate of Applied Science degree from the Community College of the Air Force and are ready to be presented with their diplomas. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Bailey Allen, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Daniel Banks, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Mitch Burns, Human Resource Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Master Sergeant Christopher Cheek, Aviation Maintenance Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Airman Chelsea Clark, Electronic Systems Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Master Sergeant Maria Clark, Healthcare Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Hector Colazzo, Maintenance Production Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Joseph Coventry, Surgical Services Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Airman Blank Duty, Dental Assisting. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Airman Sean Embert, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Vincent Fauché, Aircrew Safety Systems Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Airman Randy Fickert, Mechanical and Electrical Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Troy Finley, Aviation Maintenance Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Sadie Freeman, Practical Nursing Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Casimir Gray, Information Systems Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Torrell Greer, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Daria Hardy, Dental Assisting. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Travis Horvath Buzan, Logistics Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Melissa Hemino, Human Resource Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Cody Johnson, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Hassan Lee, Logistics. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Taylor Loomis, Information Systems Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Master Sergeant Mary Lee, Education and Training Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Verona Mendrofa, Logistics. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Alexandra Milner, Aviation Operations. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant David Milner, Human Resource Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Airman Lydia Moss, Practical Nursing Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Airman Efrain Munoz Saez, Information Systems Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Anastasia Norris, Aviation Operations. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Pedro Perez, Fire Science. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Adam Rodemaker, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Richard Redinger, Intelligence Studies and Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Sandy Roman, Practical Nursing Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Elizabeth Ryan, Practical Nursing Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant John Santino, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Taylor Slender, Avionics Systems Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Sophia Sepulveda, Surgical Services Technology. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Ariel Smith, Logistics. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Eric Snyder, Logistics. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Senior Airman Brynell Sykes, Dental Assisting. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Lachey Stackhouse, Human Resource Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Master Sergeant Victor Tomei, Human Resource Management. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Angelica Tidwell, Logistics. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Sylvia Valdez, Logistics. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Drew Vent, Transportation. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Staff Sergeant Attila Varel, Criminal Justice. Receiving their CCAF diploma, Tech Sergeant Douglas White, Avionics Systems Technology. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Pond and Chief Master Sergeant Reed. Graduates, will you please stand and face the audience? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another round of applause to our 2021 Community College of the Air Force grads. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. At each CCAF graduation ceremony, scholarships are awarded to outstanding graduates who are planning to pursue a higher level of education. Recipients are selected based on academic achievement and leadership. If your name is called, please come forward to receive your scholarship. Our first presentation is the Air Force Association Pitsenbarger Award. This award provides a one-time grant of $500 and a one-year complimentary Air Force Association e-membership. The Joint Base Andrews Education Center will present this award to one graduate who has plans to pursue their baccalaureate degree. Would Ms. Donna Malone from the Joint Base Andrews Education Center please take center stage to present the award? Our recipient for this award is Staff Sergeant Verona Mendrofa. Thank you, Ms. Malone. Congratulations, Sergeant Mendrofa. Our second presentation is the Air Force Association Award. The Central Maryland Chapter 145 of the Air Force Association will present a grant for $250 each to two graduates who will actively be pursuing their baccalaureate degree. Would Senior Airman Tyrese McPherson from the Air Force Association Central Maryland Chapter 145 please take center stage to present the award? Our recipients for this award are Staff Sergeant Verona Mendrofa and Staff Sergeant Elizabeth Ryan. Thank you, Senior Airman McPherson. Congratulations, Sergeant Mendrofa and Sergeant Ryan. Our next presentation is the Air Force Sergeants Association Award. The Air Force Sergeants Association will present a grant of $500 to one outstanding airman based on their individual essays regarding their bachelor's degree goals. Would Master Sergeant Cornelius Horn, President of the Air Force Sergeants Association National Capital Chapter, come forward to center stage to present the award? Our recipient of this award is Senior Airman Chelsea Clark. Thank you, Master Sergeant Horn. Congratulations, Senior Airman Clark. Our next presentation is the Joint Base Andrews Chiefs Group Award. The Joint Base Andrews Chiefs Group recognizes a graduate's resolve and motivation by way of an essay presented. This scholarship of $250 will support the member in pursuit of their higher educational goals. Would Chief Master Sergeant Donald Claiborne from the Joint Base Andrews Chiefs Group please come forward to present the award? Our recipient of this award is Senior Airman Chelsea Clark. Thank you, Chief Master Sergeant Claiborne and Airman Clark. Our next presentation is the Joint Base Andrews Top 3 Award. This award recognizes advanced leadership by way of an essay. The Joint Base Andrews Top 3 will present a scholarship of $125 each to 2 exceptional airmen to support them in pursuit of their higher educational goals. Would Master Sergeant Cornelius Horn from the Joint Base Andrews Top 3 please come to center stage to present the award? Our recipients for this award are Senior Airman Chelsea Clark and Staff Sergeant Verona Mendrofa. Thank you, Master Sergeant Horn. Congratulations, Airman Clark and Staff Sergeant Mendrofa. Next is the Joint Base Andrews CCAF Excellence Award. The CCAF Excellence Award is given to the squadron with the highest percentage of CCAF graduates. The CCAF Excellence Award acknowledges the continued commitment that it takes throughout the squadrons to make education a priority for their airmen. Would Miss Donna Malone please come to center stage to present the award on behalf of the Joint Base Andrews Federal Credit Union? Our recipient for the award is the Air Force Legal Operations Agency. Thank you, Ms. Malone. Congratulations, Legal Operations. Our last presentation of the day is the Washington Area Top 3 Council Award. This award recognized advanced leadership by way of an essay. The Washington Top 3 will present a scholarship of $100 to 1 exceptional airman from the Pentagon to support them in pursuit of their higher educational goals. Unfortunately, the WAT 3 recipient was unable to attend in person. We'd like to extend a virtual applause to the recipient, Tech Sergeant Yusake Yumada. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Colonel Schaaf for closing remarks.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. This is just fantastic to bring everybody together. You know, it never gets old up here talking about these relationships we have across the National Capital Region. So, General Jarac, you know, thanks to you and the Air National Guard Readiness Center, Chief Callahan for us being a part of these, General Campbell, all the other mission partners at Joint Base Andrews. It's great to have Joint Base Anacostia Bowling here, and all the other organizations to include the Pentagon. Thank you so much for being part of this and being able to celebrate together as one team. I'd also like to thank the Commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Pond, for personally coming out here today. Chief Reed, the Vice Commandant, and our guest speaker, Dr. Elwood. You do have passion. Thank you again for your speech. I'd like to give a round of applause to him. And I also know that these ceremonies just don't accidentally happen. And so I'd be remiss not to thank the Air Force Band, our narrators, the proffer, public affairs, protocol, and all the folks that work to put this on. Thank you so much for being involved and making our graduates proud. So I appreciate you guys. To those that were part of the sponsorship program, thank you to you and your organizations for stepping up. And Airman Clark, hopefully we didn't wear you out running up and down here. Congratulations to all those who were above and beyond and received those awards. Congratulations again. I'd also like to thank the Education Office, Miss Malone and the Education Flight. The CCAF team came in and says, hey, you have a wonderful team. I said, thank you for telling me what I already know. So if we could get, they're probably all standing around the back, but if we could get everybody from the Education Office who serve tirelessly to give opportunities to our airmen, can you please stand so we can give you a round of applause? And to the families and those who brought balloons, to workmates, squadron members, friends, etc. Thank you for supporting your airmen and always holding them accountable and making them press excellence. I appreciate you being here today. Congratulations to you graduates. Thank you for stepping forward and coming to this graduation. I know there's many that weren't able to come today. And one of the regrets I have in life is that I've never taken the opportunity to walk across the stage. I've always been too cool for school, or maybe that's what my daughter would say, but I'm glad that you guys were here today, that we're able to recognize you and hopefully make you feel special on this accomplishment. So now you have the gold-plated Air Force standard within your career field. And you can be an example for those that work around you that this does mean something. The CCAF degree shows your credibility for what you do each day. But hopefully it's also giving you a renewed passion, or maybe an initial passion, for the value of higher education, the value of always pressing your assumptions, surrounding yourself with people who are curious, surrounding yourself with people who are going to create tension amongst our thoughts to make us better, to be better educated, and to give us more tools to lead the airmen that are empowered under us. So congratulations to you all. Thank you everybody for coming, and thanks for putting on this ceremony. Hope everybody has a great rest of the day. Keep pressing excellence.
Thank you, Colonel Schaaf, for your kind remarks. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song by the U.S. Air Force Band. This concludes the 2021 graduation ceremony. Thank you again for coming out to support these CCAF graduates on their special day. Please join us at the back of the theater for a reception. Have a great Air Force Day.